Hi everyone, this is Ommy, Huggies and Kisses, and I'm from Beautiful Creations, and I wanted to show you the new soaps that are just spend the whole morning cutting these soaps. I already have these soaps on the website because these are recipes that I have all year around on my website. So I run out of these soaps and I remake it again because it's one of my favorites and it's one of my best sellers. A lot of glycerin, cold process, and rebatch soap. I have more soaps than this, but I wanted to show you the dresses a little bit closer. I don't think you have seen these ones, but these ones are the one that I always make, and I run out of it and I'll remake it again. So this is my natural honey oatmeal soap, and then I have another concentrated, which is the same, natural oatmeal soap as well. It's just because the recipe I have, I don't want to change anything of the recipe. So what I did, I created all the recipe, and this one I always get a little bit more than the color on the top. So what I do, I prepare two big molds and I prepare two different soaps. Like these two are the same, but this one has concentrated honey on it, and the swirls are kind of like a purple, kind of gray and blue. And this here on the bottom is all this soap over here with green swirl. So they are the same ingredient, but this one has more ingredient than this one, just because the top is concentrated honey and it has goat meal on the top too, and this one only has a small layer on the top of goat meal soap. So that's the only difference of those two soap. And what I'm gonna do, this is how they look together when you put them together. It's just beautiful, beautiful big bar of soap. And then this one's over here, it's how they are when I cut, before I cut them. This is how they look on the big mold. Just a bunch of big, thick swirls on it. And then these ones are made with the honey base, goat milk, a lot of glycerin on it, a lot of oatmeal, essential oils, honey. Really rich, not just melt and pour. I don't believe on melt and pour. That's some simple recipes that it's okay that you can do on your home, but if it's a body product that you want to sell to others, you want to make it richer in just not just melting and pouring and putting just some fragrance on it. Over here I have my eucalyptus hemp seed soap, and it's, oh my goodness, it's super yummy, super delicious. You can see the chamomile flower on the top with oatmeal oats, and then you can see more apricot seed on the bottom and oatmeal soap. Oatmeal oats on it. This soap has eucalyptus on it, and it's so refreshing. I mean, it's made with a lot of coconut oil. Even though it's clear, it has a lot of coconut oil on it, not just the glycerin. It has chamomile buds, it has oatmeal buds, essential oils, apricot seeds, and it has hemp seed. A lot of hemp seed oil. You can touch it, you can press your hands, and it'll leave your fingerprints on it. It's just super yummy. A lot of eucalyptus oil on it, and eucalyptus essential oil. So it's a soap that when I feel sick at home, not feeling well, with a little bit of fever, I just take a shower with this, and it's just amazing. It just brings the most joy and peace to my life. This is just aromatherapy, super refreshing. This one over here, it's fresh, and it's fresh mango with a little bit of fresh papaya on it, but it smells more like fresh mango. A lot of chamomile on the inside too, and chamomile essential oil, and it smells delicious. It's like you're on the tropical island and all you can smell is mangoes and papaya and orange. It's just super, super yummy. Oatmeal oats on the top as well. Doesn't have apricot seed or purple seed on it. It's just the chamomile flower. You can see this bar that is kind of like a simple bar. It looks like a simple bar that made of glycerin, but it's not. A lot of wheat germ on this, really rich. These glycerin bars are really rich, really good for your skin. So those are my fresh. I name it fresh because that's what it reminds me. It's just so fresh. Right here, I have my Pinky Promise Goat Milk. So the soap's supposed to be a little bit pink, but it has a lot of goat milk on it, and a lot of kind of like chunk of soaps that I shredded with the same recipe. So it's a rich goat milk base. It has more goat milk than anything else. Oatmeal milk powder, and it has fragrance too. You know that milk powder is really good for your skin, and it smells really yummy. It's kind of milk like the pink sugar fragrance, but it's not the pink sugar fragrance. So those are my Pinky Promise goat milk. Over here, I have my Tropical Mango. Another tropical soap because it reminds me my beautiful island of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. I like to do cruises, and I love the fragrance of the fruits. I love to try fruits when I go to the cruises, and this is super yummy. Glycerin on the top, this cake over here, and then the top of the cake, it's cold processed soap, and the rest is cold processed soap. It has a little bit of glycerin shredded soap on the inside, glycerin on the top, and then let me see if I can find one over here so you can see how it looks on the top. So it's kind of like a big flower on the top. Those glycerin here that I put on the inside, they're rich on vitamin oil, a lot of vitamin oil and jojoba oil on it. So these smell super delicious, tropical mango, and it's just mango. Right here I have a cold process, and this one that I'm going to show you over here, this one is cold process too. It's just that it has glycerin and cold process on the top, and some of things glycerin on the inside in roll, but it's a cold process soap. Over here is another cold process soap, and this is my Minty Pomegranate. Look at how cute that top. This is the label so people can see it. It has peppermint on it, so that's why it's the Minty Pomegranate, because I have peppermint on it, pomegranate on the top, and it's, if you smell it, you can smell that it definitely is a pomegranate, but it also smells like mint. So it's going to confuse your brain because you're not going to know exactly what it is. But it's super yummy. And then this is a round cake. I just brought my pieces that I have left because I don't have no more of these ones. And these are new soaps. It only been on the shelf for maybe a month and a half because it was the month that it was getting dry. And it has big circles on the inside, pink, kind of sugar sprinkles on the top. And then these bars, I sell this bar for $3. I have them a little bit thicker than that, but sometimes people want me to cut them in half, and they don't want to take a big bar of soap, and that way for $3, then they can get another one like this for $3 on there. Can get another one of the ones that I have over there for $3, and it's the best. If they want it a little bit thicker, we just cut it a little bit thicker than that. But even though it is still a big size of cake. Over here I have my hippie girl, and like I said before in one of my videos, I named it hippie girl because it reminds me somebody that do yoga with me, and she always go like with all those vibrant colors and green earthy color. And I named it the hippie girl because she is my hippie woman. And it's super yummy. It's a cold process too. It has a little bit of soap on the top. And the top to give all those fancy colors is glycerin. And it's a black. And it has vitamin E too. And it smells really tropical. Really nice too. Over here I have my Romance soap. And this is a rebatch soap, which rebatch soap is so hard to do because you have to put your pot for like an hour, 2 hours, try to melt that soap. And what I did is rebatch with a little bit of milk instead of water. It has milk, goat milk on it, and it came out really good. I'm going to show you how it looks before it's cut. So it looks like this before it's cut with flowers, black flowers on the top and a little bit of glitter. It's a really solid bar, shredded soap on it, and it's a rebatch. Take a lot of time to do that, and it smells delicious. And this is my romance soap. I have two more over here, and this is my Pure Joy. This is one of my favorites because the lather on this soap is just, what can I say? It's one of my favorites. It's just amazing. I want you to see it. This is the label for it. And again, this one, rich in goat milk base. It has oatmeal, coconut oil, mica color. It has a little bit of hemp seed, which the hemp seed is the cereals that I insert inside the soap. And this is how my soap look before it gets cut. A big bar like that. It has cereals on it and a lot of shredded soap on it. And this is how I shred my soap for my body butter bath. And look at that. Look at those cereals in different colors, kind of like black, gray. It has a little bit of pink and peach color. And oh my goodness, the fragrance of this is, what can I say? It is my favorite soap. And look at all those black cereals with a little bit of glitter. And the glitter is kind of like tornasol that I call it, because it has a lot of colors on it. Super nice. And this is my Pure Joy soap. The fragrance is just, oh my goodness, fabulous. So over here I have my complete natural oatmeal soap. I use a lot of oatmeal on my soap. Almost all the soap has oatmeal milk on it because it's so moisturizer for the skin. Really super good. So this natural oatmeal soap doesn't have mica color and doesn't have any fragrance on it other than the real fragrance of the soap. Like the has a little bit of apricot seed, so you will smell a little bit of the apricot seed. It has oatmeal oats, that's the fragrance that it has. Coconut oil, really rich on coconut oil and coconut butter as well. The hemp seed, it's kind of like a hemp seed butter. It's not liquid. It has glycerin. It has chamomile on it to refresh your skin. On the inside, you can hardly see it because it doesn't have a lot. And a lot of course, the glycerin. But if you see this soap against this soap, which I'm going to bring close to you because I want you to see the difference of these two soaps. This is my glycerin soap. Look at it, how dry it is. Super beautiful. And I want you to look at this one. If you put them against each other, for me, I cannot know the difference if it's glycerin or if it's cold process, because I just don't melt the glycerin and add whatever I want to add. I add a lot of butters on it. I add a lot of things that I add for the cold process soaps. So a lot of people think that they are cold process soap. It's so amazing. And the funny thing is that when I cut my soaps, it makes exactly the same lines that this one creates. It's kind of like the same texture on it. And it's just amazing. And it's a glycerin bar soap. It doesn't sweat. That's the other thing. My soap don't sweat because of the ingredients that I'm adding to it. And it's unbelievable. A lot of people don't think that this is a glycerin soap. It's amazing. If